They're just spitting out beer. Hi, this is Sam Lahti up here in Alaska, your Alaskan ambassador for FREE with the CB Cowgirls. We're here at my property getting ready for my wedding tomorrow. So I have some of my veteran family members that are out here with us today, and yeah, if we can just kind of go around and kind of introduce ourselves. And then I also have James Hastings, my co-host, here with me as well.
Hi, my name is Delbert Lahti. I'm the proud father of this beautiful young lady. And on my left is...
I'm Ryan Jones. I met Del and Sam down in San Diego during our WWP conference, and came up here for the wedding. Feel very honored. And this is...
I'm Jed Wells, Alaska's Healing Hearts.
Les Harris, I'm Sam's uncle.
Man of many words.
And the family.
I will be becoming part of the Adams family tomorrow. But yeah, so we're just kind of here touching base together. And then also James is here with Alaska's Healing Hearts, and then also Del, my father's on the board, and also Jed's on the board as well. And Alaska's Healing Hearts up here in Alaska, they go out there and do outdoor recreational type activities with veterans and just trying to help any of the battle wounded or battle weary. And it's really nice because a lot of my Alaska's Healing Hearts family has come together with my other families and extended families to kind of come together to kind of help put this wedding on and stuff, and I really do appreciate that from everybody.
We're tickled to be here.
Very emotional and excited. Wipe a tear.
Yep, I got it.
Has your eyes sweating?
It is. My eyes are sweating. They will be later too.
I'll give you a hug.
I might need a hug.
Might need a couple.
It's a brotherly hug. Military brotherly hug.
I'll give you a beer, give you a hug.
So I guess part of what we wanted to talk about, the opportunity here, we're fortunate here in Alaska. What a wonderful piece of country we live in. A lot of recreational opportunities, and we try to focus not just Alaska's Healing Hearts alone, but with other organizations, sister organizations. There's numerous here in our state, and we've all realized that the value and the healing properties of this state in and of themselves are just phenomenal, irreplaceable. So we focus a lot on the recreational rehabilitation pieces. Not just, it's not about the harvest. It's not about shooting the animal and catching the animal. A lot of us find ourselves post-deployment, post-service, post-separation, not being interested in some of the things we used to do. Not having the confidence that we once had. You know, a lot of us grew up hunting and fishing and may have lost that feel, lost that confidence in ourselves and the ability to control ourselves and our thoughts in those situations. So we try to do a lot of togetherness programs, bringing multiple generations together, multiple experiences, backgrounds, different ranks, different services, different experiences. And what we find is that no matter what the differences are, the commonalities, you know, you put differences on one page and commonalities on another, it's going to take you 3 or 4 pages to have what we have in common. And the one thing we have in common, I think, is that sheepdog mentality. Almost everybody places others before themselves. A lot of times we make that sacrifice, and by doing so, not only do we diminish ourselves, we miss out on opportunities to make a difference. So we share ideas and thoughts, we share experiences, and those things combine to make a good package that anything that we do later on, we find it benefits other people. And I think in and of that fraternal bond, that brotherhood, that sisterhood is the secret to our success. And we do have our challenging stories. There's times where we can't make a difference and can't make change, but we do our best and let the person know that somebody's there for you. There's a phone number you can call and someone's going to pick it up any time of day or night and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? So.
Well, and I think that's important when we think about the wedding, and we have people that are kind of coming from all over and stuff, how extended our military family is, and how there's lots of people that wish they could have been here today, but they're halfway across the world, but they're still trying to send their thanks and wish that we could be there.
And we're not doing this by proxy. which I have participated in weddings by proxy on Skype. So this is a positive to have us all together as a family.
Yeah.
I think we ought to talk a little bit about, let's just talk about our, I won't say specific military experiences, but one of the key things is you know, each of us decided to put on a uniform for a different reason, but those are always interesting stories to me. I think they're interesting to everybody. Is what made you decide that you wanted to take on the most honorable job that you could take, knowing that it sucks a lot of the time. Why would you make that sacrifice?
I grew up in a small town in the southwest corner of Wyoming, and there wasn't a lot of opportunities for jobs. You could either work road construction during the summer and be seasonal, or you could work in the mines. My dad had served in the military in the Korean War. And
And the Marines told you that you were too short.
the Marines did tell me I was too short, so I had to join the Air Force. And they told me I was too short to be a cop in the Marines. Really bothered me. Probably will till the end of my life. But a big portion of it is a lot of us didn't have great opportunities. I wasn't going to go to college, play football. I wasn't 6 foot tall, couldn't play basketball, can't dribble, so I was out of that. But I could work and I could follow directions pretty well. So I joined the Air Force because there wasn't a lot of other opportunities. And I didn't want to just stay in one place. I wanted to see the world. They've given me opportunities to see parts of the world I never want to see again. I may still have sand in some bags, places that I don't ever want to see again. But it gave me an opportunity to experience different lifestyles, different cultures, and to open up my own horizons. And not only cultures from overseas, but cultures from our own people in the United States. Whether it be Californians or
Generally not accepted in Alaska.
generally not accepted.
Hey,
Well, he's from Northern California,
I come
Northern
from the hills.
California.
I'm sorry.
So there are bumps there, not hills. But also from southern parts of the United States, Georgia, Florida, those kinds of areas. It expanded my horizons. It gave me an opportunity to see different things and to learn a lot about our own country that I had never seen. But I seen one thing that was common core, and that was all of us had a desire to do the right thing. Once in a while you'll get the I can't get right people in society, but ours are really not the largest group. Every day I got to work with heroes while I was in the military.
I came from a small town in Northern California up by the Oregon border.
Had to specify that it was Northern California.
Exactly. Northern California stops around Williams. It does not include the San Francisco Bay or Sacramento. And my hometown, we had ranching, logging, and logging was getting shut down by the environmentalists, and that was making jobs harder to get. And I had a will and desire to follow in my grandfather's steps. He was Merrill's Marauders through the CIB, and I idolized him. I sat on the floor, starry-eyed, listening to his war stories, and it came to me in the middle of high school that I wanted to serve my country, and I wanted to do something greater than what I could do in the small town and small area I came from. So I joined the Army, and that was it was beautiful. I got to meet brothers I never knew I had. I got to spend a lot of time with people all over the country that had the same ideals that I did, and the same love of freedom and glory. Not so much the glory, but the hidden truth about what it's like to go into the military and how to experience it and learn to embrace the suck and to suck it up and be a man. And uniform doesn't wear you. You wear the uniform, and you are the driving factor behind that uniform. And no matter where you go in the world, you have a job to do. And it was something that was a driving force for me. I went to so many different countries and learned so many different languages, and met people that I would never wish to see again. And I've met people that I wish I could go back to those countries and say my thank yous for saving my my overly sized buttocks. And it was an experience that made me into a man. It took me from 18, from young and dumb, to this is my mission, and it's not my mission, but it's all of our missions, and the man to your left and the man to your right were your brothers, and it was about community and trying to keep each other alive and grow in the same part of being a military member, a man, and a human. And in the military you see the best of humanity and the worst of humanity. And if you can come up over on the top, you've done good. You've made the right decisions and the right choices. And they may haunt you, but it takes a bigger man to accept those aspects and drink water and drive on. And I really enjoyed it.
Well, mine's
All that, Jim.
I know. Just
thanks for letting me go
Like to-
last.
Hey, I wasn't trying to blue falcon you,
Like
you
to
know.
enforce the previous statements.
So I didn't have a job. I got laid off December 12th, and I shipped out to basic on the 3rd of January. So mine was a quick decision, and
the
I
recruiter
figured
got you.
yeah, the recruiter got me.
You were tall enough to be a Marine if you wanted to be.
I was, and actually went to a Marine recruiting station, and he told me how terrible the Army uniforms were. They're off a shelf, and theirs were custom fit. But, it didn't sit right with me. So I joined the Army to get a foundation to start my life. I was already married, didn't have any kids yet, but wanted a foundation to start my civilian life. And once I was in, the brotherhood and the camaraderie and just all the aspects that the military life brings to individuals, could never let it go. I got almost 17 years in now, and I wouldn't change a thing. And moving to Alaska was one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life. Meeting up with Alaska's Healing Hearts a few years ago. It's basically the same thing. We've got the same camaraderie and the same brotherhood and the same IGY-6. I got your back. So it's something I hope I never have to leave. I'm planning on staying here the rest of my life and keeping this thing running.
Sounds like we all came in for the same reason. Needed work
Job.
at first, because
Had to leave the job.
that's why I ended up coming in.
That's a big selling point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Paychecks are nice.
Continuous.
needed a paycheck, and after a year of not working, parents were finally like, and I was thinking about it also, was maybe you need to go in the military. And I said I'd already thought of that. And my grandfather was an Army recruiter, and he said if you go in the military, go in the Air Force. And I figured, well, if an old recruiter's telling me which service to go into,
You should probably listen.
maybe listen to that one. But all my grandparents were in the military. Uncles were all prior service, Army and Air Force. So, but yeah, I came in for the job, needed the experience because I had no skills out of high school. Met a lot of good people, places I didn't like being at. Had to go to other places I didn't like to get places that I would like. But yeah, if I had to do it again, I probably would.
A heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for sharing your experiences, and thank you for coming out here. And I'm excited for a nice evening tonight and an even better day tomorrow. And this is Sam Lottie with She's Gone Country with the CB Cowgirls.
Perfect. Nice, relaxed